Every single day, a giant platform full of food travels from the top of this prison to the bottom. The people above eat like kings. The people below fight over scraps. And the deeper you are, the faster you die. But here's the worst part. Every month, everyone wakes up on a different floor. Meaning 1 month you feast. The next month, you become food. Title card. The platform, 2019. Dark concrete room slowly appears. A man named Goreng wakes up inside a cold concrete prison with no windows. No guards, no explanation. Just 2 beds, and a giant rectangular hole in the middle of the room. Across from him sits an older man calmly sharpening a knife. Not exactly comforting. The old man introduces himself as Tramagasi. And immediately, this guy feels dangerous, but also weirdly honest. He explains the rules of the prison like he's done this 100 times before, because he has. This place is called the Pit, a massive vertical prison with hundreds of floors stacked beneath each other, and once every day, a platform filled with luxurious food descends from the top. The people on higher floors eat first. Whatever remains continues downward, meaning by the time the food reaches the lower levels, there's almost nothing left, just bones, grease, and sometimes blood. The system is horrifyingly simple and horrifyingly effective. Then Goreng hears something approaching. A loud mechanical rumble echoes through the prison. The platform arrives. And honestly, the visuals here are insane. The table is covered with every expensive meal imaginable. Steak, cake, wine, fruit, perfectly prepared dishes, enough food to feed everyone easily. But the people above ruin everything. They overeat, waste food, destroy dishes for fun. So by the time the platform reaches Goreng's level, the food already looks disgusting. Tramagasi immediately starts eating with his bare hands like a starving animal. Meanwhile, Goreng just stares in shock, because suddenly he realizes something terrifying. This system is designed to turn people against each other. Days pass, and Goreng slowly learns how brutal this prison really is. Every prisoner is allowed to bring 1 item into the pit. Tramagasi brought a knife. Goreng brought a book. Yeah, a book, which tells you everything about the kind of person he is. At first, Goreng still believes people can work together. He thinks if everyone only eats what they need, there would be enough food for all floors. Logical idea. Except humans are selfish, especially when survival is involved. So every time Goreng tries talking to the floors above, they mock him, insult him, throw food at him. Because once people feel safe, they stop caring about everyone below them. And that idea becomes the main theme of the entire movie. Then one night, Tramagasi reveals the truth about the monthly reassignment. Every month, prisoners are randomly moved to different floors while they sleep. You could wake up rich on floor 6, or starving on floor 170. Completely random. And suddenly Goreng understands why nobody cooperates. Because eventually, everyone becomes the victim. The gas enters their room while they sleep. When Goreng wakes up, everything changes. They're now on floor 171. And this is where the movie becomes a nightmare fuel. Because the platform arrives almost empty. No real food left. Just scraps. Rotting leftovers. Tiny pieces of bone. That's it. Tramagasi doesn't panic though. Because he's prepared for this. Way too prepared. And that's terrifying. Days pass without food. Goreng becomes weaker and weaker. His stomach hurts constantly. He can barely think anymore. But Tramagasi stays calm. Almost too calm. Then Goreng wakes up one morning tied to the bed, completely restrained, and suddenly everything clicks. Long silence. That scene alone is enough to traumatize viewers, because Tramagasi doesn't even sound evil anymore. He sounds practical, Like the prison has completely destroyed his humanity. And honestly, the scariest part isn't the violence, it's how normal this feels to him. Tramagasi even says, "Obviously I won't eat your face," as if that somehow makes things better. Meanwhile, Goreng is helpless, starving, terrified, watching this old man prepare to butcher him alive. Then suddenly, a woman drops down from the level above using a rope, and chaos explodes instantly. The woman attacks Tramagasi violently. Turns out she's been searching the prison for her missing child. Nobody believes her, because technically children aren't allowed inside the pit. But she keeps searching anyway. Every single month, every floor, every level, like a ghost moving through hell. During the fight, Goreng manages to break free and kill Tramagasi brutally. And just like that, the old man who taught him how to survive is gone. But things don't get better, because now Goreng is trapped on a starving floor, next to a dead body. And eventually, he does the unthinkable. He eats Tramagasi. This moment changes Goreng completely. The prison finally breaks him. The man who entered the pit carrying literature and optimism is now surviving through cannibalism. And from this point forward, the movie gets darker, much darker, because Goreng finally realizes the horrible truth. The prison isn't just starving people physically, it's stripping away morality layer by layer, floor by floor. Then another month passes, another gas sleep, another reassignment. When Goreng wakes up again, he's on floor 33, a miracle compared to 171. And now the platform arrives covered with amazing food once again. But something inside Goreng has changed, because after experiencing the lower floors, he can't enjoy eating anymore. Meanwhile, his new cellmate is completely different, a woman named Imagwiri. And unlike everyone else so far, she actually believes people can still change. She explains she used to work for the administration running the pit, meaning this prison may not be random at all. And according to her, there are only around 200 floors. But Goreng already knows that's probably a lie, because nobody truly knows how deep this place goes. And honestly, that mystery makes the prison even scarier. At first, Imagwiri seems different from the others. Calm, educated, hopeful. She believes the prison system can still be fixed if people simply learn to ration food properly. And honestly, that idea sounds almost laughable in this place. But Imagwiri actually tries. Every day when the platform arrives, she politely speaks to the floors below. She begs them to only eat what they need, to think about the people starving beneath them. And for a few seconds, it almost works, until someone below tells her exactly where she can shove her kindness. Because the pit has one brutal rule: the lower you go, the less human everyone becomes. Then Goreng learns another horrifying detail. If prisoners try saving food after the platform leaves, the room punishes them. The temperature suddenly becomes either freezing cold or burning hot until the food is returned, meaning the administration controls everything, even hunger itself. This prison isn't broken. It was designed this way intentionally, and that realization changes everything. Imagwiri still refuses to give up. She tells Goreng the prison was originally created as a social experiment, a test to see whether humans would voluntarily share resources fairly, which is honestly the funniest thing ever. Because this place immediately became proof humans will destroy each other the second survival gets involved. And the deeper you go, the uglier it gets. Then another month passes. Gas fills the room again. Everyone falls asleep. And when Goreng wakes up, his stomach drops instantly. Floor 202, which means one thing. Imagwiri was lying. There are more than 200 floors, way more. And this level is basically hell. No food reaches them anymore, nothing. Just an empty platform covered in blood and grease. Imagwiri completely breaks mentally after realizing the administration lied to her the entire time. Everything she believed in was fake. The system she defended never cared about saving anyone, and eventually unable to handle the guilt anymore. She hangs herself. But before dying, she leaves Goreng one final gift, food, and the implication is horrifying, because now Goreng has to decide, die or eat her. Days pass. Goreng slowly loses his mind from starvation. He starts hallucinating Trimagasi constantly. The old man mocks him endlessly, laughing, taunting him, telling him survival always wins over morality. And eventually, Goreng gives in. Again, he eats human flesh to survive. And honestly, by this point, the pit has transformed him completely. The kind man with the book is gone. Now he's becoming exactly what the prison wanted him to become, an animal. Then another month passes, another reassignment, and somehow, Goreng wakes up on floor 6, one of the highest floors possible, luxury compared to where he's been. And this time his new cellmate is a massive man named Baharat. Unlike the others, Baharat still believes escape is possible. Every single day he tries climbing upward using ropes, and every single day, the people above literally defecate on him to force him back down. Yeah, this movie gets wild. But Baharat still hasn't given up, and together, he and Goreng come up with a dangerous idea. Instead of fighting for survival, they're going to fight the system itself. Their plan is insane. They will ride the platform downward through every floor, forcing prisoners to ration food properly, essentially becoming armed food police. And honestly, the deeper they go, the more dangerous this mission becomes. Because nobody wants fairness when they're starving. The next day, the platform descends. Goreng and Baharat stand on top holding metal bars as weapons. When prisoners try stealing too much food, they beat them back brutally. Floor after floor. Violence everywhere. Some prisoners cooperate, others attack instantly. The lower they descend, the worse the conditions become. People are skeletal, half insane, covered in blood. Some don't even look human anymore. And through all of this, the platform keeps descending deeper into darkness. Then Goreng notices something strange. A perfect panna cotta dessert sitting untouched on the table. One beautiful dessert nobody ruined. And suddenly they decide, this will be the message. If they can return one untouched dish to the top floor, the administration will finally understand the prisoners can cooperate. That hope becomes their mission. Protect the dessert at all costs. But the lower floors become pure nightmare fuel. Starving prisoners attacked like wild animals. Goreng and Baharat are forced into brutal fights just to survive. They get stabbed, beaten, nearly killed multiple times. And eventually Baharat suffers horrible injuries. But they keep descending anyway. Because now it's no longer about survival. It's about proving humanity still exists somewhere inside this hell. Finally, the platform reaches the deepest levels. And what they discover changes everything. A child, hidden inside the prison, alive, weak, terrified, which means the woman searching earlier was telling the truth all along. There really was a child inside the pit. And suddenly Goreng realizes something massive. The dessert was never the message. The child is. Because nothing exposes the cruelty of the system more than an innocent child trapped inside it. So Goreng makes the ultimate decision. Instead of sending the panna cotta upward, they place the child on the platform. One final message to the people running the prison. A message saying, your system failed, completely. By now Goreng is dying, wounded, exhausted, barely conscious. Baharat is already dead. And as the platform begins rising back toward the upper floors, Goreng sees Trimagasi one final time. The hallucination calmly tells him something terrifying. The message doesn't need a messenger, meaning Goreng doesn't need to survive for the truth to matter. So he steps off the platform into the darkness below, allowing the child to continue upward alone. And honestly, that ending is disturbing for one simple reason. We never find out what happens next. Did the administration see the child? Did anything change? Or did the system continue exactly the same? Because that's the real horror of the platform. Not the violence, not the hunger, but the idea that people with power will always eat first, while everyone below fights over what remains. And somehow, that feels way too real.